Hello, hello. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. It is about that time. I usually jump on here a little earlier, but it is now time. So let's get started. This is about a 20-minute seated mini class focusing on just some gentle movement. So no matter what you're doing, you can probably fit this right into your day. You'll just need a chair. I'm going to roll this one out of the way and get my dog hopefully to move. And we'll get started. So in your seat, you may choose to sit further back, your back to the back of the chair, or kind of midway or a little bit further up. I like to have this 90-degree angle in the knees right there, so sitting up straight. All right, so just go ahead and get comfortable there, relax those shoulders, shake anything out, and then when you're ready, inhale. Take your gaze up and down, if that feels okay to you. And then again. All right, take the shoulders up and back for some shoulder rolls. I'm going to scoot back. Up and back. Okay, nice rolls. And when you're ready, we'll take those shoulder rolls forward. All right. Good, good. Let's go for some torso rotation. So just sitting upright and moving in a circular direction, a circular movement around. And when you're ready, we will come to a stop and then reverse direction. So I was out last week for spring break, but I'll have one more of these, I think one more on the calendar. So make sure to join me or check it out next Wednesday. All right, after those rotations, let's take it to hands behind head for some good morning, sitting again up straight. So if you've already kind of sunk it in a little bit, that's okay. Mindful of your positioning, and when you're ready, you're going to bring the chest towards the legs. You don't need to reach the tops of your legs, all right? So you're just going for an incline. I'm going to turn just so you can see me. So you're just coming down. And lift. Slow and controlled. And only move for any of this. First of all, there's nothing that needs to be forced or fast. We also want to work within your range of motion. Do a couple more of those at your own pace. Maybe experiment with bringing that chest a little closer to the thighs, but throughout keeping your back straight. Good, good. Arms out to the side. All right, next one, let's do kind of some seated jacks. So let's start here first with just arms up and down. So coming as if we were doing a jumping jack, arms over and down. We can now add the legs if you would like. We can always layer the movement. So if you're ready, knee, knee. For this exercise, and for much of what we do, whether you're seated or standing, do think of engaging the core. You can feel a definite difference there from not engaging, and then when you decide to bring in, pull in, think about bringing that belly button in and up. Good, good. Let's go for a few more here. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, perfect. All right, extend those hands, fingers spread wide, flip up and down. Nice little stretch on both sides of the wrist. Let's take it out and in. And when you're ready, let's go for an outward rotation. Continuing to breathe and reverse direction. All right, perfect, perfect. We're going to go now, so shake anything out. You can always take any little make any micro adjustments, take any little movement you would like in between transitions, those transitions. So now we're going to go from a sit to a stand, all right? As the name implies, we'll first start kind of naturally, so just standing, coming to a standing position from a seated position. So just up and back down. So think of this. Again, hands are right here on my sides, just coming up naturally, right? More intentionally. Weight in the back side of the body, weight in the heels. And if that feels okay, I'm going to do a few this way. You can keep going where you're at. So from seated to standing. The bottom comes back into the chair. All right. And then if you'd like to try just a few, wherever you're at, again, pace yourself. Hands out ahead of you, and go ahead, stand, and sit. We'll do a few more where you're at. Again, you can take your time with this. If you haven't done this in a while, it can be a little tiring. Let's go for 3 more. And again, bracing in the core to help with that lift and lower. Good, good, good. All right, let's go with, so from that, let's go up to a standing position, and we're going to go into hip circles. I'm going to slide my chair out just a bit. Maybe you have space, or if you need to make space right there, we will use our chair again in a moment. So hip circles, standing wide, feet apart, and just moving through like this hula hoop action. Nice and slow. Again, nothing we do here needs to be fast. We're not trying to force any movement. And when you're ready, we're going to come to a halt and reverse. So no matter what your fitness level, these exercises, this movement is good for really anyone, all right? So even if you're fit and conditioned, you can feel good. If you're wanting to become more active, add some movement to your day. This is a great way to start. All right, so then next let's do our lunge. So we're going to take 1 step forward, 1 step back. I'll face here. 1 step forward, oops, don't like that. 1 step forward, one foot forward, 1 foot back. And that heel is going to lift and lower. We've done this before here, lift and lower. And it's okay if you wobble a little bit. Hands on hips to start. When you're ready, we're going to add flowing arms. Up and down. Lift and lower. Okay, 3 more. 3. 1. Good. We're going to switch those feet. Other foot goes back. Hands on hips to start. And you can pump the heel. So lifting and lowering the back heel. And when you're ready, we're going to bring those arms up to the side and down. Again, sweeping. Switch the direction of the palm. Up. Stay right where you're at. I'm going to turn and lower. Good, good. 3. And 1. Perfect, perfect. All right. So your chair is here if you need it for a little support. We're going to do a few different things here. So we're going to start with just high knees. So knee up. So right, look, alternating high knees, higher than a march. Hands on hips to start. We have lots of variations here. But today, let's go with a press. I want to press up. Press up. As you raise that knee, press. Above the head. Press. You can go at the pace that you choose, but again, we're not focused on speed here. Transferring body weight, engaging the core, lifting. If this doesn't feel stable to you, you're right here. You also have this chair here for support. Let's just go a few more. 3, 2, 1. Perfect, perfect. Taking a wider stance, we're going to take those heels to the back side. Heels, heels. Hands on hips to start. And then, if you feel comfortable, add a pull. Pull. Again, another option. Right here, hands on hips. You also got the chair. You need that. Bringing those hips, those heels to the back side. All right, a few more, wherever you're at. Heels back. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We always want to finish up both sides, equal love on each side. Let's go next to our calf raises. We can start with just regular calf raise right here. So lift, and actually let's come down slowly. So lift, and then slow. So lift for 1, lower for 2. Lift, 2. Hands on hips if you want more of a balance challenge. You can also have one hand on the chair. Lift and lower for 2. So just taking your time, coming down to start. 3, 2, and 1. Good, good. Let's do a few. We're not going to stay very long, but see what it feels like to do a single leg. So you've got your chair here, and just go lift and lower. All right. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Other side. I'm going to face this way. So single leg calf raise, lift and lower, lift and lower. So a little bit more challenging. If this is too much for you, you can eliminate it, or just go back to the regular calf raise. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, perfect. All right, next one. Little hip openers here. So hands on hips, or you've got your chair, toe to the floor, or right here, hooked at the calf. We're going to open and close. Hands on hips. You could also have hands at prayer. You could also do a tree if you wanted. Anything you'd like to make that more of a balanced exercise. But here we're really focused on this hip opener. Let's go for 2 more. Good. Other side. Toe to the ground or up a bit. Open and close. For that standing leg, keep a bend in the knee. Feeling that standing foot absorbing your weight. Little shift there. Go for 3, 2, and 1. Good. While we're here, let's do a few of these for 3 out. Actually do 4. 3 and 4. Let's go to the other side out. Taking the knee away from the midline of the body. If you hear anything funky or feel anything funky, eliminate it, or you can also reduce the movement. So it doesn't have to be way up here. It can be right here. All right? So now let's take it from outside in. So starting out, bring it in. 4. Nice job. And other side for 4. And we don't have to be sticklers about the counts and all of that, right? If you do 3, if you do 5, that's all good. All right, I think I did 4 there. Don't even know. Maybe I did 3. Okay. Next one, let's do leg swings. Again, we've done some of these exercises before here. As the name implies, we're going to swing a leg. Make sure you don't have anything in front of you or behind you. We want this stable, standing leg, right? Bend in that stable standing leg, torso upright, just swing through. It doesn't have to be a high lift. Reduce rocking in the upper body, just swinging at the leg. Hands can be at the chair, hips, or out to a T. Engage the core. Stable in the standing leg. 3, 2, 1. Good. Flip it around. Start here. Start slow. Hand on hip or maybe the chair to feel stable. Make sure you have nothing ahead of you, behind you, and just go right into that motion. You don't have to do a whole lot of work here. Let the legs swing through your range of motion. Keep the upper body upright. Reduce rocking. 3. Nice job. All right, next one. We're going to do our semicircle. Drawing a little semicircle on the floor with our toe. Chair or hip right here. Toe starts out ahead and just draw a circle from front to back. So coming in line with that foot, with that standing foot, draw that semicircle, and you can actually sweep the floor or take it up a little bit above the floor. And if you wiggle, that's okay. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. I'm going to just flip around and do the other side this way. So on your other side, again, start stable standing leg. Toe out in front to start, sweep it around. Come in line with that stable standing foot or leg. Hands up chair, or one hand on the chair, or hands on hips. So balance, coordination, stability, and strength, all very important. Let's go for 2 more. All things that I work to incorporate in my classes, no matter what classes they are. All right, next one, let's go with a back lunge. Got my chair here, nothing behind me. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to go to the side so you see me for a little lunge. And again, don't think of having to force anything here. We're just going to go for a starting step back, and we're just going to go, we're going to lower and lift. You don't have to go low. So even if your lunge is right here, okay, change your level here, right? So low and high. Your low is determined by you today. Going into a lunge position and standing. You see my front foot, my front knee is over the ankle, not going forward. So lower and lift. Let's go for 2 more. Good. And the chair is great to have the stability, but again, if you feel okay with it, you can have hands on hips. Other side. Starting with foot back. And when you're ready, lower and lift. Good, good. No matter what time of day you're doing this, welcome and thank you. Go for 3 more. Last one. Good, good. All right, a few things here, and then we'll be taking a seat again. Here we're going to go with our oblique pull. So arm up, same leg, same side, leg extended to start. Hand here on the chair or hand on hip. And we're going to pull, elbow and knee together. Find your rhythm. Engage the core. I say that, I need to use different voices. People in my classes know. It's kind of a joke now. All right, 3 and 1. But it's a nice reminder. So if I don't remind you, remind yourself. Engage your core. Okay. Next one, that's your inner voice. When you are ready, 3, 2, and 1, knee and elbow. Bring it in, extend. Again, if you're not stable standing leg, keep a little bend. And that means 3. And 1. Perfect. We're going to go for our L stretch, which can feel good, but if for some reason it doesn't, eliminate it. So start, hands on the back of the chair, walk the feet out, coming to a more or less L shape. Depending on how high your chair is too, you might have a better position. So like right here could be really nice. My chair is a little bit lower. So again, go to your range of motion. No need to force anything. And settle into this little stretch. Arms either above the arms or maybe right in line with the arms. Stretching through the arms, the back, and the legs. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do that again. So step it up, take a little breather. You know what's coming. Go back into it. Hold and breathe. If you feel any tightness or tension, try to relax that area. Feeling an active stretch here, or maybe something's working itself out. Great for a Wednesday. 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Good, good. I think I'm actually past time. We're going to cut this last bit short. Sometimes I get a little extended here on the mini class, but if you come to a full class, you'll get the feel of a little bit of everything. All right, now that we're back in our seat, shake everything out. Again, think about sitting upright, being intentional with that. And let's go ahead with our cactus arms, both coming up and down. And now take it to singles. 4. Good, and then last one each side. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and take those arms, or fingers, interlace the fingers, arch the back, look at the floor, hold and breathe. Release, maybe grab the back of your chair, open the chest, look up to the ceiling. Perfect. Let's go for a twist here. And before you twist, sit upright. Start to turn the torso. Your gaze can go around as far as is comfortable. And this free hand can go right to your side or to the back of your chair. So go ahead, move into your twist position, hold and breathe. Three. And unwind. Good. Slowly setting yourself up on the other side. Use that leverage of the hand outside of the knee. Extend to the torso. Take your twist around. Hold and breathe. Take your gaze around as far as is comfortable. And release. Good. Shake that out. We're going to go for our inhales as we started. Inhale, reach up, gaze up, and lower. All right, last one here. Bring those palms together and bring the hands heart center. Feel free to lower your gaze or even close your eyes. Keep your hand in prayer, or one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, or simply place your hands in your lap. Giving yourself just a moment of stillness. allowing your mind and body to receive the benefit of your effort. Despite our mini class, you still put in effort this morning or this afternoon. Whenever you're seeing this, give yourself gratitude for showing up for yourself. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I wish you a great rest of your day, whatever day it is to you. It's Wednesday here. That helps me remember. All right, be well, stay bold, y'all. Be sure to let me know if you see this. You can also go hop over to YouTube, because yes, Mama Wears Pants does have a channel there, and we're trying to get some more stuff added there that you can pop into as you like. So thank you. Reach out with any questions. All classes are posted at mamawearspants.com calendar. Okay, bye.